In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to generate debug logs in Salesforce. Debug logs are incredibly helpful when you're trying to understand what's happening behind the scenes in your org, especially when you're troubleshooting errors or testing new functionality. I'll walk you through the process step by step in a way that you can easily follow along in your own Salesforce environment. First, log into your Salesforce account as you normally would. Once you're on the main homepage, look towards the top right corner of the screen. You should see a small gear icon, which is the setup menu. Click on that gear icon, and from the drop-down options, choose Advanced Setup or Setup. This will open a new page where you can configure different parts of your org. On the setup page, focus on the left-hand side. You'll see a panel with a search bar at the top. This search bar is the quickest way to get to the tool you need. Click into that search bar and start typing debug logs. As you type, Salesforce will filter the results. Under the environments section, you'll see an item called debug logs. Go ahead and click on that. Now you're on the debug logs page. Here, you'll usually see two main areas, one for user trace flags and another for the actual debug logs themselves. To start capturing logs for a particular user, you need to create a new trace flag. Look for the section labeled User Trace Flags and click the New button. The page will reload and you'll be taken to a form where you can configure the details. Let's walk through those settings. First, set the traced entity type to User. This tells Salesforce that you want to track activity for a specific user account. Next, in the Traced Entity Name field, start typing the name of the user you want to trace. Then click the search icon next to that field. A pop-up window will appear, showing matching users. From this list, select the correct user and confirm. This is important because the logs will only capture actions performed by this chosen user. After that, set a start date and an expiration date for the trace flag. The start date controls when Salesforce begins collecting logs, and the expiration date stops it automatically, so you don't end up capturing unnecessary data for too long. Now move down to the debug level field. Click the search icon next to it. This will open another pop-up showing any existing debug levels in your org. A debug level defines how much detail is captured for different areas like Apex code, workflows, and system events. For this walkthrough, select one of your existing debug levels from the list. If you prefer, you can also choose to create a new debug level from this pop-up, but using an existing one is usually faster if you already have a suitable configuration. Once you've chosen the debug level and all the fields look good, click Save. Salesforce will return you to the debug logs page, and you should now see your new trace flag listed under User Trace Flags. From this point on, while the trace flag is active, any actions performed by that user will generate debug logs that you can review on the same page. You can come back here to download or inspect those logs whenever you need them. And that's it. You've successfully set up Salesforce to generate debug logs for a specific user, which will make troubleshooting and testing much easier.